Welcome back to Love Island. Got chat. Chat, we're so back. Okay, let me tell you right now what the setup looks like, because I am the most crazy person ever. Hold on, let me get a sip from my Love Island water bottle. By the way, I am a little under the weather. Anyways, okay, so basically I have my computer here, my phone here. I have this I am in the villa. I am reporting live from the villa. And I found this background, and I'm able to put the background on my laptop and then feed the camera into here. So basically, if I'm looking over here, that's because my laptop screen is here and I'm like monitoring what I look like. Anyways, okay, chat. We're actually just chilling in Fiji right now. I currently am in Fiji. I do have a tan, if you can't tell. But yeah, I'm just sitting on this wonderful couch in the confessional booth in Fiji. Woo! We're so back! Okay, so basically what I'm doing here and what will happen each week is I will report live from Fiji, and I'll do a little bit of a recap of the episodes like so far. So basically today I'll do a recap of episode 1 and 2. Next week it'll be like 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 probably. I'm just trying to find like the right days to record so I have enough to talk about, really. And also like I'll give an update later on what's going on in my life, but things might be changing around here. Anyways, but yeah, I thought that format would be good. Have this opening with the Love Island, so if you don't really care about anything else happening in this podcast, you can click out once the Love Island stuff is done. But yeah, I thought it'd be fun to like boom, like right at the beginning of the episode. Ooh, it's so fun. And then we'll like transition into like the regular King Not Queen podcast that I know the real fans are here for. But yeah, I have a jam packed. Here's my iPad. iPad has made her return, guys. Every single Apple device is being used today. The Apple ecosystem will always win. Thank you very much. And thank you very much, Apple, for giving the option to have a background like this, because like, in all like seriousness, this is holding up pretty well for my background not being like a blank canvas. Like, if you usually watch this podcast, you know that this background has a lot of stuff going on. The fact that it's able to key everything out without a bunch of like issues is crazy. So I'm reporting live from the villa. We have some things to go through, especially after last night's episode. We're gonna do a big ranking of all the men, because why not? But I will say all the girls are perfect. My fave so far. Actually, I think I'm going to change this up, because I really like Kenzie. She is bothering me a little bit, but I think she is like the Love Island girl. Like, you know what I mean? Like, she is Love Island. And I think she would do so well on Love Island UK, by the way, but it's whatever. You know what would be crazy if they did a swap? Because I think they're filming at the same time. Like, what if they did a swap? And they like sent over someone who got kicked off from UK and they sent them to Fiji, and they sent someone from Fiji who got kicked off to UK. You're welcome, mama. I was gonna say Trinity's my favorite, but honestly, she's giving me like immature high school girl that I like went to high school with, and I'm all set with that. So I'm gonna have to find a new girl to be a fan of. I don't really like Melanie either. I don't like, I don't really, actually no, I like Anaya. She's a baddie, and honestly, like, not that, I don't know. This might be, I don't know how to say this, like, without, I don't know, but her, without like being like commenting on other people's bodies, but like to see, like, I have always felt very insecure about like my body, especially it being on like a more like muscular side compared to other girls, and being very like built, like being just like a more muscular woman, and seeing that with Anaya actually just makes me feel so seen. And I like, obviously, like, I am just like a person now, but like not now, but like, I don't know how to say it, but like I have always been like, some people have always been like, oh, your arms are so built, like, do you work out? I'm like, I actually don't work out. I actually was just born like that. And to like see that on the screen, to see all the girls honestly this year on the screen, like with such like different, well, I guess not everyone has such different bodies, but like seeing there's some different representation there that hasn't been there in the past. So I really think that Love Island did their job this year. Moving along, let's rank the men, because why not? Because that's what we're really here for, right? And what did I do? Wait, do I have Google Slides on this? Do I have Google Slides on my iPad, or did I delete it? Cha, I deleted it. Okay, we can just put it sideways. Okay, so basically each week I'm going to, will this show up? Yes. Basically each week I'm going to have a pyramid of ranking the men. So when men leave, they'll be removed from the pyramid. When they join, they'll be added. So right now we have 6 men in the villa. Let's rank them. At the bottom of the pyramid, we have, honestly, and actually let me just preface this by saying, this is like one of their best seasons for men. Like, all the men in general are very attractive. I will say that. And honestly, they're attractive each year, but and there's always like a weird oddball some years, but like honestly this year they kind of ate. Like, the and like not even the fact that they're all like handsome or whatever, but also the fact that they're like, for the most part, pretty normal people. Like, we haven't really seen normal people on Love Island in a little bit. Anywho, at the bottom of the pyramid, we have Sincere. I'm not a fan of Sincere's long ponytail man bun. Not a fan. Wish he, like, just, like, cut it and, like, let the texture just, like, up or, like... But I just hope he changes up some of the hairstyles he does this season, if he makes it pretty far. I would love to see him with braids. If he had, like, someone in the villa needs to know how to do braids and, like, gave him some braids, would love it. Also at the bottom of the pyramid... Also, he gives me, like, he's gonna cheat on me vibes, but okay. At the bottom of the pyramid is, and so sorry, at Dio, my friend Dio. This is the top of his pyramid, so we are very opposite in this. But at the bottom of the pyramid as well is Zach, Charlie's brother. There's just something about, I don't like, me personally, me, Nina King, I am not a fan of a man who looks like that is like is baby faced. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just like not attracted to that in the slightest. And to me, like, and I keep wanting to call him Charlie. It's not Charlie, it's Zach. What is that noise? Zach, just like, it's also the way he poses for stuff. He is a very awkward person. Like, out of all the men here so far, he's very awkward. The way he, like, kisses girls is very awkward. I don't know if he's, like, obviously he hasn't been in a situation, no one's been in a situation like this, so it's very forgivable. But, like, it just, like, I feel, he makes me, he's cute, don't get me wrong. He is a handsome man, but he just, like, he ain't doing it for me this season. And I would like to say, we are all under spells, people. We are under spells. Everybody on Twitter being like, oh, Zach's the better sibling. Are we forgetting Charlie, bro? Are we forgetting Charlie? Did we forget Charlie? Because Charlie is like a whole, like, yes, they are brothers, but they ain't twin brothers. Like, you could tell that they're brothers and they look similar. Charlie just has that, like, Charlie is a man. Like, you know what I mean? Charlie is a man. And I just, like, I don't know what it is about I don't know what it is about Zach, but something about Charlie, I'm just like, oh, like, you know what I mean? And I wrote this in my notes, but I was like, guys, we are under spells. Yeah, please stop gaslighting me about Zach and Charlie. Like, Charlie is clear, and I hate to be like, oh, he's the better sibling, but like, if right now I had to choose between Charlie and Zach, like, it's Charlie all the way, mama. It's Charlie all the way. And I want to send all my love to Charlie right now, because I know he's like, damn, my brother's like pulling more than me. Like, no, Charlie, no. Oh yeah, we're forgetting ancient texts? Because did we forget Charlie at the reunion last year? That's all I'll say about that. Like, literally, Charlie at the reunion. Charlie at the reunion and the conversation's over. Right. Okay. Our second row on the pyramid. Hold on. If you're watching, I'm pointing at it right now. Second row of the pyramid. We have 3 levels to the pyramid. I just talked about the bottom 2 being Zach and Sincere. We're in the middle tier right now with 2 more people. We have KC. KC is so handsome. And, like, there's a lot of difference with being handsome and, like, being hot. Like, those are 2 different things. KC is very handsome. And so far, his personality is really pulling. his personality is pulling. He seems very funny. The meme of him at the door, no one being there, I felt so bad for him. He just reminds me of somebody I also went to high school with. Like, not somebody, like, specifically that I'm thinking of, but, like, somebody, like, the general, like, archetype of person that I went to high school with. Like, that is him, like, 100%. And I can't wait to see him. I want him to stay for the long run. I want him to be tested. I do like him and Anaya together, but I would like to see maybe him try with someone else and like really have to figure some things out. But he seems like he will be such a great influencer after this. I feel like, not that I'm like I want these people to all be influencers, because like it's oversaturated. The market is way oversaturated, but like he just seems like so pure and authentic. I don't know if I'm like, I hope I'm not being like misinformed, but I'm a fan of Casey. He's right there in the middle, very handsome, and yeah. And then I did have to do some switching around, because originally I did have Zach in the second tier, but I flipped him with Bryce because, and please hold, not that I want to call anyone unk, but Sean and Bryce are the oldest people on the island. They're 29, and I feel like we haven't had a lot of 29-year-olds on Love Island. And literally, Bryce is pushing 30s, turning 30 like at the end of the month. Okay? And nothing's wrong with being 30. Like, you know, nothing's wrong with being 30. I don't find an issue with being 30. But in the villa, you are unk. You are unk. Okay? You are unk, Bryce. But that's okay. Because if we want to run it back to 2016 Bryce, when he was like 2016, 2017, he was killing it on Tumblr, mama. Like, he was killing it on Tumblr. Like, he just had that look of, like, the Tumblr model guy. Yeah, mama. Yeah, because, yeah. And it's just, like, some of the way, he's very much, like, Hawaii surfer boy, Vegas, LA surfer guy, where, like, his hair's so shaggy and he just has it, like, side parted for some reason, and it's very, like, he needs a haircut. But honestly, like, his hair wet, his hair slicked back, like, Bryce could be pulling you, but he's not at his full, like, potential yet. He's not at the full potential. He'll get there, though. He'll get there. And I want him to stay on the island. Honestly, everyone's like, he'll find his way back to Trinity and Bryce, blah, blah, blah. But I'm like, we'll have to see about that. Do I love, like, the love story of, like, the youngest girl with the oldest guy, and, like, you know, like them finding, like, a connection? I don't know. But he also, like, seems very, like, emotionally mature, obviously because he's older, but just, like, he just, like, seems so, like, not settled, but, like, calm, but still wanting to, like, be, like, freaky, you know what I mean? So that is why he's on the second level of the pyramid. Now, moving to the tippity top, we have two people. Sean, the police officer hot pants. Yeah, Sean gonna do for me every time. Especially, I just love his whole look. He's also very, very handsome. He's a very handsome man, but he is like one of those handsome men who is also hot. This is a crazy episode for me to be doing right now. Like, I can't believe I'm sitting here talking about, like, men. I feel like I don't do this that often, right? It's just, like, something about him. Am I a little thrown off when he was talking about how he became a dad? 'Cause he was like, I was just running through some dating apps and then just, like, But I think, like, that was in his, like, mid-20s. I'm hoping, because, like, it just, like, that gave me a little bit of an ick. I like him, and I really want him, as he was saying, like, someone to choose him, love him, for someone for there to be a mutual choice between the two people, for someone to, like, accept him, like, I don't know. I want to see big things happen for Sean. And then we have Gabriel. And I don't want to say too much, but Gabriel. I don't see him lasting long. And if I do, I feel like he's going to have a Miguel arc where, like, he came in as, like, this, like, just wanted to kiss everybody and, like, turn into, like, this, like, mature, like, lover boy. Like, I'm ready for that. And if not, I need him off my island. Like, get off my island. He seems a little overly freaked out, but that's okay. But he gonna do it. He gonna do it every time. Yeah. That's why, and he might remain at the top of the pyramid depending on how the rest of the season goes. But yeah, right now that's my pyramid of the 6 guys we have on the island. We have Sincere and Zach on the bottom, Casey and Bryce in the middle, and then Sean and Gabriel at the top, mama. And we'll see how things move around. Honestly, I foresee Casey like moving his way to the top. You know what I mean? But that's my ranking of the men. What else is going on? Ariana is T. Thank you very much. Me and Dio were freaking out when they introduced Gabriel because we obviously remembered him from him being in the original cast. But his bombshell walk-in and the way he told Beatrice to like shh, and then he kissed her. Right, Gabriel, because that's actually crazy. Me and Dio were screaming, and honestly, like, me and Dio are gonna go to a Love Island night this year, like at an outside place. They ain't ready for us, chat. They are not ready for us. They're gonna have to turn us down. They are not ready for us. I love Love Island. I can't. Oh my god. Then last night's episode in the 3-person bed, where I'm like, why did they make them sleep in a 3-person bed? And if that were me in the position where I was, okay, here, I'll describe it in 2 different ways. If I was in the position where I was the bombshell, me, POV, I'm a Love Island bombshell, right? Because no one believed that, right? In the sense that I'm a Love Island bombshell and I have 2 guys, I would sleep in the middle. And I'd just be like, I would either put pillows in between both of us, or I'd just be like, who coming over? Like, I'm not making a decision either way. I'm just like gonna be in the middle. I'm not gonna make the 2, like, y'all don't need to sleep next to each other, but I'll sleep in the middle. If I were, and that's kind of what happened with the girl bombshell, but she was like trying to cuddle with Zach and was like, Bryce, go away, you can sleep on the edge of the bed. That is so awkward. That actually was so awkward. I felt so bad for Bryce, like, because it was clear she never wanted him. From that moment, she never wanted him. And, like, I get that she had to take both of them, but, like, I would still try to be nice about it, I guess. But I guess I'm too nice, and that's how I'll never be on Love Island. Or, like, be a bombshell. And then if I were one of the people that Gabriel took, if I was one of the girls that Gabriel took, I personally would have, honestly, what they did was fine. The 2 girls slept next to each other, and he slept on, like, the edge of the bed. But I wouldn't be mad with sleeping on the other side, like, him being in the middle. I wouldn't mind him being in the middle. So I just think, like, the odd person out should have been in the middle, but that's just me, I guess. That's just me. Overall, everyone seems normal, like I said, but I'm getting some weird vibes from Melanie, and I want her to be careful with how she moves throughout this show, because I already got, like, a Huda vibe when the boys came back with the bombshell, and she was like, oh, you boys seem pretty happy. It's literally giving when Huda said that on day 1, being like, oh, these boys ain't loyal. Like, obviously these boys ain't loyal. It's day 2 or day 1 or whatever. So that's what it was giving a little bit, and I hope Sincere, like, for real, is more upfront than, like, maybe Jeremiah was, and is, like, straight up like, hey, like, we're exploring each other, but, like, do not expect this to be, like, I just met you, dog. And I need her to also be, like, if he's gonna be a little bit clingy with, like, they just need to make it very clear with each other from the jump, because that's like, that was the problem with Huda and Jeremiah last season. And I hate to compare people from last season and this season, but, like, we just need to, come on, chat. Chatana, come on, chat. But yeah, okay, that's it. That's me from the villa. I reported live from the villa. I'm so excited that I was able to correspond with everybody today. The Wi-Fi isn't really great out here at the villa, but I'm happy to, you know, have my little pillow here. Love my pillows, love my little background. There are no trucks in Fiji. I don't know what that's a dinosaur or something. So if you came for the Love Island recap so far, you can click off the video now, but please stay, because I actually, like, am talking about fun things today. And yeah, so that's it for the Love Island segment of the show. Now to our regularly scheduled programming. It's the King Not Queen podcast. Yeah. Welcome back to the King Not Queen podcast. My name is Zena, and I am your host. Chatana, what did we think of the Love Island segment, chat? I'm back from Fiji, sitting back on my couch. It was a fun trip. As you can see, I got a little bit tan, but I'll be back next week. I'm kind of like on a back and forth flight from Fiji. Anyways, I'm so annoying. Guys, I'm so annoying. You can't take me anywhere. Okay. Fit check, ayy. Fit check, ayy. Okay, so we have my Gap sponsor me for real. FFR. For real, Gap. Sponsor me. Love this tank top. It like is nice and long, but also like very like fitted, very cute. My favorite pair of Old Navy jeans, my SpongeBob and Patrick socks. I did have sunglasses on for the Love Island segment, but they're off. And then my Love Island water bottle. Hi! Hair check. We're back. This is my little 2023 hairstyle. Brought her back for 2026. Hey! My little buns, my little Shrek buns. I do give major Shrek vibes. I just thought I'd put that out there. Coffee check, drank it. Food check, ate it. Life update, guys. This is why I was so hyped last week about like the podcast and stuff. I am now employed. Can I get a round of applause? Can I get a round of applause? I'm employed now. I'm very happy to be employed. We could tell James Charles that I was employed or we could tell James Charles that I was unemployed because I'm now employed, so I don't need to be scared of him anymore. But I'm very happy. It really took a lot of effort to, apply to over 100 jobs. But yeah, just to like be transparent if you actually care about this podcast and watching every week, how that'll affect the podcast. I think it'll mean I'll either start recording on the weekends, and we'll still have the same posting schedule, or I'll be like recording late at night. It just really kind of depends on how things happen. It also means my filming location will change most likely, probably just being in my room, and like building out a little bit of like where I'll be recording in there. And then also just like for posting wise, there might be a different posting day, so it might not be Fridays. It might be like a weekend or like maybe like a Wednesday. It just kind of really depends. I'll have to see how the schedule works out. I kind of want to like batch record some things. Maybe like next week I think next week I'll batch record. I actually have no idea how this is going to work. Obviously like I've had a job before and like still record the podcast, but it was very like I recorded that podcast like during like my lunch breaks, or I recorded it like at 5 p.m. after I got out, and I had like a lot of like quiet studio space, so like that was very different. But this is like my big girl job, and obviously that is the priority. Love this podcast, love my venting sessions, and of course I still want to like update you guys and talk about Love Island and all these fun things. So I don't know, we'll have to figure that out as we go along, but maybe this will finally prompt me to like hang some posters or something in my room to have like a cute podcasting area. Anyways, but yes, it's very exciting. I'm so excited, and I've been going shopping for job clothes and all those things, and it's very fun. Also next week is my birthday, chat. Send me birthday wishes. Ooh, it's my birthday, guys. I'm in the club. I'll actually be in the club. Not really, but I will I'll have the J's on my feet, blah, blah, blah. You already know. Maybe I'll have a special, like, birthday outfit. We'll have to see if I feel like doing all that. And also, depending on which day I record. Maybe I'll record actually on my birthday. So, next Wednesday, when Love Island is, like, off for Wednesdays, maybe I'll record then. I don't know. But I'm really excited. 23 is such a crazy... It's not really that crazy of a number. Honestly, the last crazy number that I turned was 21, I think. And I think the next one after I'll probably be like 27. So I still have some time. All these in-between ones aren't that crazy to me. But 23 is very cool. Obviously, it's the oldest I'll ever be. You know what I mean? And yeah, also Love Island started and I'm happy again. So I love being happy. I'm employed and Love Island's on. I can't even express to you that this is honestly the highlight of my 2026, because so far 2026 hasn't been that great. Did not start out great, got a little weird in February and March, but we're here, guys. We are here, and I am a human being. But yeah, that's my weekly recap. I'm trying to keep it, honestly, that Love Island stuff went on a lot longer than I thought it would. So yeah. But yeah, that's it for the weekly recap. Let's jump right into Bad Movie TV Show review. Actually, yeah, we have some stuff to talk about. Regarding that.
Bad Movie and TV Show review. Bad Movie and TV Show review. Sometimes they're good though.
Sometimes we do have to clarify though that sometimes they are in fact good though. New Mindy Kaling show. I was such a fan of Never Have I Ever. I was such a fan of the Sex Lives of College Girls, and I am now a big fan of Mindy Kaling's new show, Not Suitable for Work. Send me to the finale, send me to the premiere, send me to the finale premiere, whatever you have to do. Give me a free Hulu subscription. I will ride for your show, Mindy Kaling. I love your 20-somethings shows. Those are my favorite. Those are my favorite. Yeah, mama. Because I was low-key kind of mad that it's going to be a weekly show. I thought all the episodes were going to be released. They released the first 3 episodes, and then it'll be weekly after that. And I really like the cast. I really like, it feels very like the show Adults. That's also on Hulu. They're very much could just be in the same universe from each other. They're very similar, and I love a disconnected storyline where there is something unique happening each episode, but we are calling back to a more broader story. You know what I mean? So there is just the ongoing story of them maybe being evicted from their apartment, but it'll come up every so often, or there's the ongoing storyline of Davis, one of the main characters, and him wanting to be with AJ, but it just slowly being interwoven with all these other stories. Those are my favorite types of shows. But yeah, my favorite characters though, love my Josh. I don't really love my Josh, but hear me. Actually, is his name Josh? I feel like I'm just saying that. Jack Martin plays Josh. Jack Martin being the Cole Sprouse variant. But I like Josh. I think he's interesting. And honestly, what's very interesting about him? He reminds me so much of that the guy, the main character from Adults. Honestly, you could really map everybody from Adults to somebody in Not Suitable for Work. It's very interesting. But Josh is he honestly yes, he is entitled a little bit and that one rich person in the friend group, but he does seem very he friendly and personable, and also I don't know if it's I don't know if it's just me, but I do like a sassy man, and I do and I'm why are men sassy now? But I do like a sassy man in the sense of having a fun argument, and not argument, but having a fun back and forth, and just being able to have a back and forth and be able to be sarcastic with each other, and have a man understand sarcasm is one of my favorite things. And he kind of seems like that, and I just that, okay, well, I really like that kind of stuff personally. So, and he does that a lot in the show, so one of my favorite characters. But honestly, above him on the pyramid, Kel, yeah. And honestly, I do like his little crush on Abby, but then I do like the concept of Abby with the Cate Blanchett's nephew or whatever. That little relationship's cute, but I feel it could get kind of ugly, and I'd rather see her with Kel and her slowly start to realize her feelings for Kel. Also, what I really like is that some of the love things or the romantic plot lines of things are very much unclear. AJ has a crush on her boss, but we're does her boss like her back? It's very unclear. Davis likes AJ. She doesn't seem to have any romantic feelings towards him whatsoever. But then also, like, there's like a weird like tension between AJ and Josh, and I can definitely foresee like them kissing and being like, oh, maybe we like shouldn't do this, but then like kissing again and being like, wait a minute. Like, I'm definitely liking that. I'm definitely liking that, but also I just love how unclear it is, and I feel like we won't know anything until like the last episode. Similar like the way that Adults ended, where it was the two guys kissed and we were like, oh, we're like Paul Baker. Wait a minute, and like they enjoy kissing. Computer. That's when like Computer really started though. Like think about it, that was Computer, because that was before Heated Rivalry. That was where were you when Computer? Where were you? But yeah, very fun show, and I love spreading the word about new shows like that. I kept seeing like the trailer for it, and I was like, wait a minute. So I'm glad I like sat down and watched it. I am on my in progress of my third viewing of Off Campus. That's whatever. And every single time I watch it now, like on this third rewatch, I just like more and more fall in love with Garrett Graham. Like he is also just a sassy man. Like why are you so sassy? But like the band, like his banter, I love banter. I love banter. And his banter with just like everyone, but also like with Hannah, where he also just like very soft with her. Oh, it's really just everything. I got everything I wanted. Hannah's just so lucky. Like, okay, the Euphoria finale happened on Sunday, and honestly, like, I can't believe how, I feel like I said this already, but how much I've grown up with Euphoria. Like, I was in high school, mama. Like, I honestly went through the entire Euphoria timeline. That came out in 2019. I was a junior in high school in 2019. As so were they. I'm pretty sure they were in their junior year. So, like, we were supposed to be the same age. And then, obviously, like, season 2 was still happening in their high school. Like, it was, like, a year later, and I was a freshman in college. So, like, that was also just, like, so interesting to watch. And then in this season 3, it's supposed to be their like 22, 23. I'm like, that's me right now. So very much grew up with like the characters of Euphoria, and also just like, not that I grew up with Zendaya, but like we all aged the same amount of time. We're all like within like a 10-year age range, so it really just like is something special to really grow up with a show, especially like one like that. But it did get messy at the end. Yes, of course it did get messy, but I had 3 thoughts here. Ali really loved Rue, and like really sat by her through all the hard times, which, to be fair, like he didn't know her whole life, right? The same way that her mom did, and the way that her mom really had to deal with her like personally in the household, whereas Ali didn't really have to. So he definitely saw a different angle of Rue. I wouldn't say a different side, but like a different angle of Rue where he didn't have to deal with certain things. But he really did truly love her. Not to say that her mom didn't, but like he was there for all, and like she came at him a lot when she was like on drugs, and like he kind of just like swallowed it. He knew he comes from a different perspective with when dealing with addicts and all that. So it really was just so touching the way he handled her death, and also like him just like this, like the story of him losing all faith in humanity after her death is just like it was kind of good. And then they got me, of course, like me and my mom had a little bit of a tear when they showed like the footage of Zendaya and Angus Cloud that clearly wasn't for the show. It was like some personal footage of probably like a test like footage or something, but it was just so touching to like be able to see that, and for her to the concept of like, or like the reality of the situation is that like that was her on her way out after taking the pills, on her way out, just like seeing all the people that she really cares about. And Fez really is someone who was there for her like kind of from the jump a little bit, and someone obviously that she kept in contact with, that she felt very close with, someone that took her under his wing even though like they are peers. Like I just like, it really just makes you wish that he was there for this finale, because it would have been so much different. And also it would have been like, I think people are speculating, and I also kind of agree, that instead of Ali being the one to shoot like up the the strip club, it would have been Fez to come in and want to avenge Rue's death, or like teaming up with Ali or something like that. And that would have been so great, like a Fez versus Bishop and then Ali versus Alamo. Like, I think that would have been so great to watch. But you know, of course, like, things happen. And you know, maybe not the way we expected them to, but the way, you know, that they did. But yeah, I think it was if you don't think about things in like the grand scheme and you're just watching it as TV, which I'm able to detach like that, especially like after watching Stranger Things this year, after watching The Boys and all these shows ending, like, I'm able to really detach myself and really just appreciate what I'm getting as an ending. And I appreciate it. I like the ending. We don't have to deal with Euphoria anymore. But yeah, it honestly was a bit of a cultural phenomenon. Like, the makeup of the first season, just like the music really was a cultural shift a little bit. It really defined like that pre-COVID like feel of things. And honestly, if COVID never happened, that show would have just been something else. Like, you know, I don't know, that show would have been even bigger than it already was. But yeah, that's all I have for Bad Movie and TV Show review. Obviously, we did the Love Island recap at the beginning. We'll be doing that before every episode for like the 6 weeks that the show's on. But let's get into our spotlight, because we're talking nothing crazy, but like we have things to talk about in each section this week that I'm really excited about. So this is very rare. Like, this is a great week for me to do the podcast. But let's move into Artist Spotlight.
Artist Spotlight. Yeah.
All right, 2 things for Artist Spotlight today. We have the 5 Seconds of Summer concert, which is tomorrow. But I'm really just excited for a concert. Like, I have I been to any concerts this year? I don't think I've been to any am I like tripping? I don't think I've been to any concerts this year. This is like truly, like, I've been to a concert at TD Garden before for New Kids on the Block with my mom, but like honestly that was like more than 5 years ago, I'm pretty sure. And then also was like, I wasn't really interested in the music like that, so yes, it was fun to go to, but like not as fun as I know that this is going to be. And this is my first concert at TD Garden, so I'm so excited. I don't know, it's very exciting. And can't wait to jam out to my favorite songs. I made my outfit for it. It's like a little off the shoulder crochet top with a star on it, and I'm very excited to wear it. Check it out on my TikTok at gem_Cass. And the songs the songs I'm most looking forward to, of course, Teeth, Easier, Bad Omens. They did Bad Omens at the last concert I went to, but I wasn't a fan of that album yet, so I didn't really know that song super well. But now that's like on my gym playlist. I love Bad Omens, so I'm so excited for that. And then these 3 songs back to back: Bad Omens, Ghost of You, and I'm Scared I'll Never Sleep Again. Mama, when I say I'm gonna have tears streaming, I'm not joking, I will. So I'm really excited. And then Starting Line by Luke Hemmings is actually a pretty good song. Obviously I'm excited for Amnesia. English Love Affair, yeah, I'm excited. Voodoo Doll, I don't wanna waste it, don't wanna waste it. And of course, I'm excited for Youngblood. I'm always excited for Youngblood. That's one of my favorite songs by 5 Seconds of Summer. I'm excited for their surprise song, really manifesting one that I actually know, but we'll have to see about that. And yeah, I'm really excited for it, and I'll do a more in-depth review next week on the podcast. But super, super excited to go to a new concert. Woo! And then what else did I have on here? Oh, Olivia Rodrigo's album comes out next Friday. Big birthday week. So I'll definitely be posting. I don't even know. Maybe I'll post it on Saturday then. So like an extra video next week. I think I might do a review video where I listen to it on Thursday night and then like post a review like I've done for a bunch of different albums. We'll see if I feel like doing that on Thursday. I'm not completely sure, but if I don't end up doing one, I'll definitely be talking about it on a future episode. Maybe I'll do an Olivia Rodrigo, what's it called? Olivia Rodrigo Artist Spotlight. Maybe I'll do that and batch it for, for the following weeks when maybe I can't record, and I'll just have that one. That's a good idea, Nina. Let's write that down. But yeah, that's all I have for Artist Spotlight today. 2 very exciting things. Let me know your favorite 5 Seconds of Summer song down below. And if you went to the Boston show, or if you went to any of the 5 Seconds of Summer concerts for this tour, let me know in the comments below. But yeah, let's move into Taking a Scroll, and then we'll close it out, chat. We'll close it out. Taking a scroll, ay, ay, taking a scroll, yeah. Taking a scroll. I think I literally do that every single time that plays. My main taking a scroll for today is the headline of Jake Short and Mika Abdullah, aka Ali from Off Campus, calling off their engagement. They were dating? They were together? They had been together for multiple years. Okay. Not that I'm against that relationship, but like, that was big news. That was big news for me. I did not know that. But she is such a baddie, and he's just there, you know? Like, he's actually just there. Yeah, what he said to her on that podcast clip was wild. Like, that I literally wish my man would say that. Not even just like period, but in front of me is crazy. He's a crazy person, and men will really just say anything. They actually will just say anything. And like, what are you to do about it? Like, if she said, why the heck did you just call me that? He'd be like, no babe, like, you know, like, no babe, you just call me some B. Like, that's weird. I don't care if that's how we talk. Like, you're not saying that on a podcast. But yeah, I'm just excited for her to be single and to enjoy her fame, you know, to move on to the next project, to not be in a relationship and just enjoy these next stages of like being the star of a show. That should be so exciting for her. I'm really happy, not for her to be single, but I'm very happy that she's gonna have like this leading role in such a great show that everyone really adores and has high expectations for. I think that really pushes you as a person and an artist, so I'm very excited to see that from her. But I think it also brings up a broader discussion of being in a relationship prior to getting famous and how that affects things. So, like, for Belmont example, he's dating somebody already before the project, and then everybody during Off Campus is, like, shipping him with all these other people, and they're like, he's too fine to be with this girl, and blah, 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 and, like, oh, the girlfriend's being weird towards all his co-stars, and blah, blah, blah. And it's like, how do you manage that without letting it get out of hand? Like, the one person I can really think in, like, the more recent years of, like, the past, like, 3 to 4 years has been the actor who plays Conrad. He's been with his girlfriend for a while and they have both not let all, like, the shipping and all the things that are just happening regarding like fandoms and stuff gets to their brain about like who they are in their relationships, which I think is really strong. And I think there's a lot to be learned from that, from other like celebrities who are like breaking through and getting famous. I don't know, it's just like, is it inevitable to break up? Because for them, they didn't. In fact, they're like stronger than ever. But like, especially when you know that, like, for example, with The Summer I Turned Pretty, like, everyone who signed up for that already knew 3 seasons and we're done. So like, there's an end in sight. Whereas with Off Campus, the end in sight is like actually pretty far out. Like, The Summer I Turned Pretty started in 2021. They knew that they'd be done by at least 2025. Like 2024, 2025. But like with this, like, it's starting now, and it seems like it's gonna go on for a little bit, and they're kind of not stuck in these roles, but these roles will be them for a really long time. Just that the fact that there's 4 books, it's going to take like at least a year and a half between each one. They're probably going to be involved with like spin-offs and all those kinds of things. So like, having to be associated with this role and with this love interest while pursuing your own relationship, like, what does that mean for your relationship? I think it's such an interesting like thing to study. Like, if you're sociology, or I don't really know what studies that is, but like, is that sociology? I feel like just like studying people and their relationships, I guess, like, and just also like the media of it all. That would be such a great like thesis to write on, like, the impact of fandom and like fame on, and like breakout fame especially on interpersonal relationships, and whether that be friendships, your family, romantic relationships. Like, I think that would be so interesting to research. But yeah, I don't know, I am sad that, you know, their relationship was affected by this, but they're kind of like, there were some signs, I feel like, we're just like some weird things going on, and like her being able to maybe realize some things now, and have some better people around her, some new friends to be like, hey, what's going on with your boyfriend? But yeah, again, it brings up that broader discussion. I have no idea what I just said. I really was yapping. But that's all I have for today. For the closing, again, there will be Love Island updates each week. I love Love Island. There will be dedicated episodes, or like collab episodes with me and Dio, for definitely for Casa Amor and definitely for the finale. We're super excited. I love Love Island. I'm so excited that it's back. Obviously my birthday episode next week, I'm really excited about. Maybe I'll wear a birthday hat. Chat, maybe I'll wear a birthday hat. You never know. You never know. But yeah, make sure to give this podcast a like and a comment. Please subscribe. Please subscribe. Please subscribe. Guys, please. And please share this with your friends, because this is a fun episode, right? Right, chat? Right. And make sure to follow me on Instagram and TikTok at king.notqueen. Also follow me on TikTok at gem_cast. That's gem_casts. If you have any movie suggestions, song suggestions, like any kind of suggestions for what you want me to talk about on the podcast, or if you're a brand and you want to, you know, help me out, collab with a girl, Gap, I'm talking to you. Email me at kingnotqueenpod. Again, it's kingnotqueenpod, don't forget the pod, at gmail.com. My name is Nina. This has been the King and Queen podcast. Give her 5 stars. I don't know what that does, but I just want a 5-star podcast. I'll see you guys next week. Bye. Yeah.